All right, so I just heard the news while I was at work earlier today, and I was not expecting to see a new Atelier game this year. However, Gus does release an Atelier game every single year, so I guess I would have been more surprised that we haven't heard anything for an Atelier game this year. Now, they did release a mainline, I say that in quotes, game for mobile, which is a gotcha game. And I don't know why they did that. I'm assuming that decision came from Tecmo Koei and not Gus themselves. But I am so glad to see an actual mainline game for where it's meant to be. And I'm looking at the character design for the MC right now, and I saw a few screenshots, and I haven't seen the trailer yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and react on that right now because I can't really do that on stream. I kind of want to do this as a video. So react video. Wow. Let's go.
私の声を聞いている
Oh wow.
遠い時代のあなたへ命ある者は皆無数の記憶を積み重ねながら生きていくやがて記憶の雫は魂を育み形作る
This feels
ユミヤにとっ
different
ては
already.
見えるのが正しいことでも正しいことって一つじゃないのよ
すべて滅びたと思っていたが
正しいことって何絶対に許さない、
身の程知らず愚か者
今日はそうただのご挨拶ですとも
これが私の全力
I'm not seeing any other party
どうか
members.
真相を解き明かして
First things first, that's a really good showcase of a trailer. Hold on. We're going to have to rewind back on this. Let me see. What did I pick out from this? First things first, that I've noticed immediately is that our protagonist here is seemingly much older. I say much older. She's probably in her late 20s at worst. But anyway, she's probably in her late 20s at worst. And I mean, she still has, I guess, an updated character design compared to, like, previous Atelier games. I'm talking more like the Arlen games, the Dusk games, and even probably sort of, if you want to count that, the Mysterious games. We still have, I mean, for the most part, she doesn't look like she's from an Atelier game. Her voice and demeanor and everything about her is a whole lot more mature than what you would expect from a protagonist of an Atelier game, who is usually on the younger side, 15 to 16, sometimes 13 and 14, and not already established. I'm pretty sure this would be like a backstory for a master of alchemy already, and something is going on here. I'm getting feelings that she's been around for a while. I'm not seeing any other party members. I'm seeing also some travel mechanics from the Ryza series, which the one thing I'm not fond of with the Ryza series is that the maps got a little bit too big, especially in Ryza 3. But this feels like it might be more open world-ish, more exploring kind of thing, and less of your traditional Atelier design where you have a hub and everything basically revolves around the hub. though I guess in Ryza 3 had several hubs that you can make. So we're getting a lot of Ryza 3 um, travel options, just Ryza in general travel options. Supposedly, her shoes over here, from what I've been told, has a little what do you call this? It has a little bit of a gun-like feature, which we haven't really seen anything that crazy since Manikamea. Manikamea, for anyone who doesn't know, is basically Atelier JRPG gone wild, and it's a shame that we don't have that for modern platforms these days. So if you were lucky enough to have it on the PlayStation 2 or Vita and PSP, um, you would probably be able to see. You probably know what I'm talking about. But we're not. This kind of a character design, this kind of a character quirks with their equipment hasn't been a thing for a while. Also, definitely not your standard Atelier character design. I mean, I guess that kind of broke the mold since Ryza. However, however, for this one in particular, it seems like again we're going back to that mature character design, right? And she seems to be a bit more. I guess for lack of a better word on my part, she seems to be a bit more minimalistic. I guess kind of sort of compared to previous ones, previous protagonists. The Ahoge, I just noticed the Ahoge. What is going on with this Ahoge? I mean, it makes me kind of think she's also gonna be a little bit silly, though she does have that beauty mark over here. She's got the uh, one one side of her face kind of has that blinding bangs look. Don't think we've ever had this before, but again, she's more mature. She's more mature in all senses of the word. And I think the other thing that caught my eye here is the storyline. Right. The storyline, for the most part, seems to be a lot more serious compared to, I guess, ever since the Arlen series. From Arlen series, even you can even argue up to Ryza, hasn't really been on the serious side. Also, when was the last time you saw a Beastman in the Atelier games? I feel like almost never. Maybe the last beast person that we've ever seen in the Atelier games was all the way back in Manikamea. I'm talking about you, Mimi. Mimi was our last beast person. And it's interesting. Like I said, I think I said this mentioned before. This guy's got a pretty cool design too. So I'm wondering what that's about. Uh, but it seems like our MC over here, Yumia seems to be the only party member here. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Are we getting a action RPG, full-blown action RPG? Now, Gus has been known to experiment between different sets of games, and they went with an ATB system for Ryza. I'm assuming, I'm assuming for the most part that this is another experiment, but this time we're going to be going full-blown action RPG. Is it a bad thing? Is it a good thing? I don't know, but I'm liking what I see because you can also kind of see a little bit of gameplay from these trailers, which a lot of trailers don't do actual gameplay in their previews. So it's nice that we're actually getting to see this. And this isn't all cinematics. That Gus has blended cinematics and gameplay together fairly seamlessly ever since I feel like at least Sophie 2. So I am extremely excited to see what else we get from this. They're probably going to dive into the system eventually. I don't think, did they say when it was? Early 2025. Okay, so we're getting this early 2025. And I am here for this. I want to see more. I want to play it. And I kind of also makes me want to revisit some of the older games. Um, yeah, I don't think I have much else to say. The alchemy system is going to be a little bit interesting. I feel like. I'm also kind of seeing a little bit of a Breath of the Wild, actual Breath of the Wild take, especially with what was going on over here. This is definitely more action RPG, more Breath of the Wild, which is going to be interesting for an Atelier game, but it may not be a bad thing. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, that's my reaction. So I hope you got something out of that. I'll see you guys later. Bye.